here in this particular space because we are a part of this event called the Psi Games.
The Psi Games is a brand new concept. It's never been done before. I'm so thrilled that Hakeem Isler has managed to have the vision and the courage and the focus and the intensity to make it happen.
So the first day out of the 3 days that we've been here, we spent during lectures. So one of my key things was to bring all these really well-researched folks together so that they can help guide people when they have all of these different types of questions. The second day was the day in which we brought people who can do these things together so that they can inspire others. And so that was the day that we did these competitions. We called the people who do them perceptualists. And so these perceptualists were up there and they did just that. They inspired everybody, with the things that they were able to do and with the love that they showed for each other. So we have an ethics talk today. And then we also have a science talk about what is the real grounded research that has to do with these fields.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been interesting. I wasn't sure what to expect. It's kind of the first time this has been done. Really the highlight, I think, was seeing Dahlia do the mind sight thing just with absolute perfection, knocking it out in 2 minutes or something like that. Just astounding. Go.
For me, the game was how fast can I get it in there? Can I do it within 20 seconds? So that was my goal. And so as soon as I saw the second one go on, I could hear the crowd, and then so I was like, and that gave me a lot more mojo to keep going. It was very fun. And then the other one with the distance, that was extremely easy. They could have done it behind me.
All right, you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Ready. I think that one would have been, but I didn't want to offer anything just in case I choked or something. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it like this. But yes, this was but yeah, it was pretty great. It was wonderful to show people and just to see the reactions where people were like, you really inspired me, and thank you for showing what's possible. I really needed to see that.
When we see somebody that's able to do something at the level that she did it at, I think for anybody who's observing it, it creates this idea that it's like, oh, this is possible. It's one thing when you see somebody do something okay or fairly well, but then when they're perfect, it's like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I can do this.
What I feel about the Psi Games and what it's done is it's brought a lot of people together, primarily for us to all realise that what we're doing is we're all heading in the right direction, and we're all doing something to raise the level of consciousness, and creating an event like this has brought us together to confirm, reaffirm, gain new understandings, be able to take things to a whole new level. But it's the concentration of energy in one place that not only can we go in our separate directions and say, I understand this better, I know this now, but that collective energy in one space is raising the level of consciousness just by being here as well.
I love that Hakeem is trying to push this whole sort of, I guess, culture forward and sort of vector of investigation forward, because it seems like the time is right for it. It seems like the interest is there. It seems like we might be at some kind of a tipping point. I think it's things like this that knock over the first domino, where you could look 5-10 years down the line and be like, yeah, this was a significant event in knocking that first domino over.
So we had a young lady yesterday who stopped me, who came here with her husband, and she wasn't into some of this stuff, and she is Mormon, but she hasn't been to her church in a long time. And so she was feeling very on the fence about everything, and one of the instructors here she didn't realize was Mormon as well. And she had this kind of like talk with him in this breakthrough moment, and she's just like meets me and she's like bawling her eyes out and telling me how this like reaffirmed her and where she is and made her feel like welcomed, and I was just like, that's what it's about. I have my personal beliefs, but even though it might be slightly different than where she is, it doesn't mean that we can't love and share together and grow together. And that's one of the most beautiful things that I've seen here, is that people are having these breakthrough moments where we all have different backgrounds, but we're coming together and we're really unifying and growing together.